Akshay, we will be starting with basics of JavaScript first, as discussed. Okay.
Okay.
So, first of all, what do you feel like? I mean, what is JavaScript? What is your understanding till now about
So
JavaScript?
actually, what I've studied about this, for example, in HTML we use write structure, and CSS we have to do some styling as well as putting colors and all this. And for the functioning of all this, so we use JavaScript. So proper functioning of the any web page or any designing, we have been doing through JavaScript. It's basically a programming
Yeah,
language.
correct. So the static part which you are mentioning, any website, let's say, so the static part, the content which is written, okay, so that is taken care by JavaScript, or the image is getting pasted, okay, and the
Yeah.
designing part, like it is getting bold or some designing effects are there, increase or decrease in the size of the text, okay. So all those things are taken care by CSS, and all the interactions in a website or any application. So all the redirections, on-click actions, on-hover actions, okay, all of those things are taken care by JavaScript, okay.
Okay, that even
So in
handler, right?
LWC also, yeah,
Even handlers on click or all this.
yes. So
Okay.
all the event handling is taken care by JavaScript only, okay.
Okay.
So similarly, in LWC also, if you are aware of the component structure, do you know the component structure in LWC?
Yeah, yeah, I know component.
You already know about the structure. Okay, that's fine.
But
So
tell me
here
about
also,
this. Tell me
mhm.
about all this component, all this.
Sure, sure,
Yeah.
we will discuss. So before moving to that, in a normal website also, uh,
Mm-hmm.
so in a normal website also, we have to manage these three files. Okay. Apart from these three files, we have something called jQuery, Ajax also. Okay. So they
Okay.
are again kind of JavaScript libraries. Okay.
Okay.
So, but basic website can be built using these three. That is for sure. Okay. Similarly, in
Okay.
LWC also, we will be having the same structure: JavaScript, HTML, CSS.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to connect our data, or our not exactly data, our UI structure, okay, whatever
Mm-hmm.
components we will be building for Salesforce,
Mm-hmm.
connection of those will be made using the Apex, which is a basic Salesforce development part. Okay, so
Okay.
Apex
Okay.
will handle the all the server side of coding, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and JavaScript, or let's say in LWC term, the LWC component itself will handle the client side of coding. Okay. So before that,
Okay.
first of all, what is the difference between client side and server side? Any basic idea?
Yeah, the client side basically, in terms of Java, in terms of Salesforce, I have studied at
Hmm.
LWC and Aura, it's about client side, and Visual Force is
Hmm.
basically a server side.
Okay,
So
agree.
yeah, and
So okay, that is fine. That they one is at client side, one is at server side. But what is the actual meaning of client side and server side?
yeah, if we talk about the client side, we basically talk about the front end part, and
Okay. Hmm.
server will be at the back, we will calling the server at the back end, I think,
Correct.
if I'm not wrong. Okay,
Correct.
and
Correct. Hmm.
server side, we basically manage with
Hmm.
all the datas, or all this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we talk about Apex, let's go one step back. Where is Apex executed actually? Whenever we are going to a login.salesforce.com, and then we are opening the developer console, we are creating the classes and triggers there. So we are executing it ultimately, correct? So where
Exactly.
are those, where is that code getting executed actually? Any
So
idea?
the code may be executed from the backend side, right?
Backend side, correct. So that is our server side. Okay. So
Yeah,
what is
that is
a
server side.
server basically? So Salesforce server is hosted on, especially for the Apex programming, is force.com. That is a platform where Apex is executed. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what is
Yeah.
force.com? See, we already have salesforce.com, correct? And one more thing we are adding here, force.com. So force.com is there for Apex to maintain the logic inside a Salesforce org, and Salesforce.com handles the database part of a Salesforce org. Okay, so this is the difference between
Post.com is
these two.
basically a platform as a service, no? If I'm not wrong.
Correct. So it is a cloud-based service. Okay, like we
Yeah.
mentioned, it is a cloud. Now, what is a cloud-based service?
Yeah. Hello?
If we say that our Apex code is running on server, okay. Now,
Uh-huh.
server will mean that it is hosted somewhere on cloud.
Okay.
Correct. So now,
Yeah.
what is cloud? To be
Uh,
specific.
Cloud basically something like we are hosting in a
Mm-hmm.
server, like you can say,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Okay. So where are these servers present?
we are the servers present.
It is not in the.
So,
We always say it is in cloud. Cloud means
uh,
air. No, it is not in the
right.
air. Okay. So we have a particular data center set up all over the world. Okay, which has nothing but collection of let's say our laptops. Okay, our machines. Okay. So if I'll show you in India, we have data centers in I think Hyderabad, Mumbai, and Bangalore. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I'll show you pic of data centers now. So whenever we say that it is hosted on Salesforce is hosted on cloud, Force.com is hosted on cloud, Apex is server side. So see, this is a kind of data center. Again, you will see n number of machines are kept here. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe whenever we are executing our Apex code, it is
Mhm.
running on one of the machines present here. Okay.
Okay.
Instead of keeping that machine along with us, along with the laptops or in our offices, earlier what used to happen, these server rooms were there in our offices itself. Okay. Like you
Okay.
mentioned, you are working in algo work. Okay.
Mhm.
So they must be having a server room for sure, but not as big as earlier they used to have. After coming of cloud, the server rooms have shifted to data centers, and
Okay.
data centers are managed by whom? Basically, Amazon, Microsoft, Google. These are the big players in this market. Okay, you must have heard about AWS,
Yeah,
Azure.
exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so these all are cloud platforms. So they have set up their individual data centers all over the world. Okay, so in India we have 3 to 4 data centers as of now. In maybe by next year they are planning to open data centers in north side also in Gurgaon. Okay, so yes, so cloud is nothing but a collection of systems or let's say laptops again, okay, which are kept at safely at one place and not in our offices or our home. Okay. So similarly, when the motive was to understand what is the difference between server execution, code running on server and code running on client. Now coming back to our point that we mentioned that Apex is a server programming language, server side. That means it is running somewhere here whenever we are hitting it.
Yeah.
But JavaScript doesn't need any server. It is a client-side programming language. And who is the client here? Our desktop itself, our browser itself. So our browser is a client, okay? And the language of browser is JavaScript. JavaScript browser को सिर्फ JavaScript ही समझ आता है. It is
Okay.
its language,
Okay.
okay? So
Yeah.
just in case whenever interviewer starts asking about LWC, now first question they put is okay, which side programming language is LWC following. So you will say LWC is based on JavaScript framework, okay? And
Mhm.
JavaScript is a client-side language, okay? He'll say, where is it running?
Mhm.
So you have to say that it is the language of our browser. It is running on a browser itself. So we will be making a component. When we will be making a component, our component code, LWC code, will execute on our browser itself. It doesn't need to go to any server.
Okay.
Okay. So you must have seen this also. Whenever you right click on a browser, there is something
Inspect.
called inspect. Correct.
Inspect
तो
console. Yeah.
ये जो console है यहाँ पे we can write JavaScript code also.
Yeah.
Okay. So it can also understand JavaScript code.
Mhm.
Okay. So we will be using this console a lot when we will be learning LWC. Okay. So JavaScript is a scripting language basically. We make scripts to run web pages. Okay.
Mhm.
And HTML we have discussed, CSS we have